Hi everybody, Stefan here from ETC Austria, and today I want to show you two radios and why I think these would be good in a case of emergency. A case of emergency would be defined by a prolonged loss of power or any kind of emergency where you are forced outside maybe without a constant power source. So maybe batteries aren't the best choice, and in comes the crank radio. You can charge this, and you see it's lighting blue now, that means it's charging, and 2 minutes charging means 10 minutes of radio play. You can also leave it in the sun. It has a solar panel and it will charge itself. This one has only FM, so frequency modulation, and AM, amplitude modulation, but not shortwave. Shortwave might also be interesting in an emergency because then you can hear what other countries have to say about things, because shortwave radios are basically worldwide. That would be this radio. This looks a bit worn, well, because I use it a lot. I bought this or both of these radios when I didn't know much about the whole thing, but I still use it from time to time. This is a shortwave radio too, and you can search until you find and you see, even if it's not in the best quality, you get programs that are very important. Maybe if you get the news from Great Britain or some other European country, it gives you an idea of how big the damage is. And this one is basically the regular frequencies with FM and AM, and in Austria the plan is for a long-term emergency that the state radio would come on at 12 noon and at 6 p.m. for 5 minutes each day and give you the news. So basically on this channel 99.9 there would then be static the whole day because they can't waste precious energy, but at 12 and 6 there would still be a short broadcast. Now, what I didn't know back then is that these things come way better equipped than this one, because with this one you can change the battery. Also, the other radio that I showed you, the shortwave, there are some radios like this with a crank that have the shortwave included, and also they can act as a power bank. This one can only be charged via mini USB. Others can also charge things. A full battery will give you 24 hours of radio playback. For me, this wouldn't be this big a problem even with this in a case of emergency, because this can also be charged via USB as you see here. And the way I would go about this is with my solar panel from Anchor, which I can deploy easily. And I tried it. You can even load a phone with it in a few hours. I mean, charge a phone. So basically, a great thing would be a combination of these two. But if you don't want to spend like $50, which would be a digital shortwave and power bank version of this one for around $20 is basically enough. You can get the news from your country and maybe neighboring countries, and you can charge it yourself, and the battery can go through 500 cycles, so it's basically for quite a long time enough to get the news. Or maybe if just you are out of power in your area and there is some radio, you could lighten up the mood a bit by having something play. You won't believe how important it is to have some distractions when you are at home and have no more electricity, or maybe in the wild and have no more electricity. It really depends on the kind of disaster or situation you are facing. But I just wanted to remind people that a radio that is equipped to run for a long time is really something essential that you should have, and you can have a pretty decent one for $20 already. I've bought this one in 2016 and it actually it sounds pretty good. And on AM, you see here, this is a foreign channel. I'm really not in the best position in my house to receive radio, but I mean radio that's from another country. But this is only for close by countries. But a shortwave radio is really what you want. Sometimes they are also called world radios or world receivers. And like I said, the best thing would be a combination of the two. And also because this one doesn't even have any presets. You can just set it to one channel and that's it. This one is analog, so of course there's only one channel you can set it to at one time, but for 50 euros or so you can get one where you can have presets and so on. I particularly left digital audio broadcasting, so DAB+, out of the equation, because I purchased one of these radios and they are incredibly energy dependent. I mean, really they use a lot more energy than a regular radio, and currently there are only a few private channels that have no emergency capabilities on there. It's not supported by the state communications yet, and that's really what you want. But if you want, you can get one that has DAB+ too. I just left it out because it's pretty useless, and in case of an emergency this will surely be the first to go. I hope I could give you some information that was valuable. You really should have a radio just to know what's going on. Information is really vital in cases of man-made or natural disasters. Okay, I hope that wasn't too boring. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to be informed when I upload new videos, please subscribe to the channel and you'll see it in your subscription feed. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Have a great day and bye bye.